For the last 2 months, I've been reflecting on the church's need to always reform itself, our present renewal. In the last couple of months, I spoke about prayer as a foundation of renewal, and I spoke last time about good, honest, loving dialogue. But prayer and dialogue have to give birth to action. Action's the sign that the kingdom of God is breaking in on the world. Jesus said that. He said, you know the kingdom of God is breaking in upon you when you see the signs, when you see the poor hear good news, when the hungry are fed, when those in prison are visited, when the captives are set free. Centuries ago, Saint Francis of Assisi embraced a leper. That one simple act has resounded through history as a sign and a reminder that God comes to embrace us in our isolation, in our most wounded and needy moments. Pope Francis more recently did something as simple as putting showers in the Vatican for the homeless of Rome. And that simple action has resounded around the world as a reminder that the heart of the gospel is care for the poor, care for those in need. Jesus believed in signs. Imagine the outrage Jesus would have provoked by sitting and having meals with the most outrageous people of his time, those he weren't even meant to acknowledge, the sinners, the tax collectors, the prostitutes. He made them his friends. He had meals with them. And that action resounds through history as a deliberate sign and event of the kingdom. So our prayer and our dialogue finally have to erupt in action. What kind of action? Well, it depends on the community where you are and the needs of the people around you. But an infinite number of things are possible. For instance, you could choose in your community to ensure that the elderly, who are often so lonely and so alone, are not neglected in your parish. That each old person is known, visited, experiences care. What about the most stressed and depressed group within our community? As I've been told, those people who care full-time, particularly young people who care full-time for disabled family members, whose lives are focused on care for the disabled people they love. Maybe you could arrange to at least let them know that they're cared for, that they're acknowledged, and that occasionally they have some respite. Or you could establish groups of people in neighbourhoods who reflect, to pray, talk strongly, and then act in their street or neighbourhood to make a difference. Or maybe you welcome new arrivals into the country, people who are lost and can't find their way. Maybe you set up English classes for new arrivals who have desperate need of English in order to be able to support their children at school, at home, in medical centres and shopping centres. There is any number of actions. And remember, one simple action, embracing a leper, putting showers in the Vatican, having meals with sinners, can be a sign through the ages of the kingdom of God breaking in upon us. So this is my point. Our renewal won't come, as I've said many times, from a plan devised at head office or a plan created by a task group. Those things might be necessary to assist us in managing our resources, but the renewal will come when, here and now, parishes pray deeply, talk clearly, honestly and lovingly, and then choose to act now. Parish councils, youth groups, schools, all the different committees and gatherings and meetings of communities throughout the diocese, committed to prayer, committed to real conversation, then choose to act. It could be your action that converts a heart, that makes it clear that the church is alive and active. It might be your action that reveals the kingdom of God breaking in upon the world today.